SEO shorts. Sorry, I was a bit busy for the past 2 weeks, so this is just the third episode. But I have prepared a good topic for today. It's about the anatomy of a well-optimized page. Now, let me just share to you my Google Doc. Okay, while it's still loading. Um, I hope you're able to see my Google document. Okay, anyway, so I'll just go ahead and start. So this is the topic for our SEO shorts for today, anatomy of a well-optimized page. So what does it take to fully optimize a page for SEO? I would just like to credit the source of this. It's backlinko.com. And of course, I have integrated some of my inputs here. So number one, you have to decide for an SEO-friendly URL. So an SEO-friendly URL is not gibberish. It is short and keyword rich. It doesn't have stop words and no underscores. So just like this example that I gave, for example, myblog.com/how to start online pet shop 2017 guide. So as you can see, there are no underscores and it's pretty short and it has keywords in it. All right. So number two, keyword in your title tag. So it's ideal that you put your keyword close at the beginning and that it has to be descriptive for better click-through rate so that the user know um, what's the page is about, the destination page is about. So it should be able to be descriptive enough to entice the user to actually click on the title on the search page, on the search engine listing page. And you can consider long tail keywords, example, using a question format title or modifiers like 2017 guide. And then if you're writing your meta titles, it's important that the the characters are under 65 or maximum at least of 70. I think that's okay. So my tip is just for you to install the Yoast SEO plugin for WordPress. So here's an example: how to start your own online pet shop, a 2017 guide. There. Okay. Third is writing an enticing meta description to increase your click-through rate. So when you make your meta description, it's the snippet of text that you see on search engine listing results. It should speak to the reader. It should be able to convey what the topic of the link that that they're clicking on, and or the topic of the page that they're gonna land once they click on the link. So ideally, it should contain a keyword and has call to action word. For example, at the end, read the full blog here, and should be 165 characters in length. So the meta description tag is not a ranking factor, but it highly affects your click-through rate. So here's an example. Thinking of putting up your own online pet shop? Check out the complete step-by-step process in this 2017 guide. Read the full article. So there goes your CTA. Number four, it's important that you utilize your H1 or your heading 1 using your root keyword. So for example, H1 pet shop checklist, what you need to know. If you notice, I did not just write my keyword as is. So I still wrote it in a very natural way, like as if I'm utilizing headings or headers when you're writing an article. So it's important that you still write naturally, not just for search engines, but for your human readers. Number 5, use main keyword in the first paragraph. So it's important that you're able to mention your main keyword in the first paragraph, because it validates why the user is on. It validates the intent of the user, why they're on why they have chosen your page, compared to versus the other search engine, versus the other links or search engine listings that they saw on Google. So it's important that you're able to convey very easily the core topic of your article. That's why it's important that you mention your main keyword, or some of the related keywords or synonyms in your first paragraph. So for example, starting your very own online pet shop can be overwhelming at first, but if you study the business very well, it will be less challenging. Here's a 2017 step-by-step guide to help you out, etc. So that's a sample of the first paragraph. Okay, number 6, this would entail you utilize your H2 and H3 tags, or your header 2 and your header 3, or heading 2, heading 3 tags with related keywords. But as I've mentioned, you need to write in a natural way, like the way you write an article subheading. So you can insert your secondary keywords, or some other related keywords or synonyms in your H2 and H3 tags. So for example, here, this is still on topic. Tools you need to build an online pet store. H3, here, some advice from popular online pet shop owners. Okay, so number 7 is LSI, latent semantic indexing. So this just means you need to use secondary keywords or synonyms in your content body. Why? Because this will boost the relevance of your page. When you are able to use related keywords that's not exactly the same as your core keyword, it gives a signal to Google that you are writing about a specific topic, and that your page has complete information about it. There's no particular number of repetition or keyword density. So for example, in your first line, you mention about synonym 1, and then in your second line, you can mention about relevant keyword 2, for example. So I don't recommend a certain number of keywords that you need to use. What's important is that you write in a very natural way, that it doesn't sound spammy or gibberish, or what do you call that, like too forced, because you've sprinkled the content with a lot of keywords. It's just important that you're able to use synonyms or related terms in your content. Number 8, add media that enhance your article. Images, videos, GIFs, or infographics. So those are multimedia elements that you can add to your article. So the key here is to decide if a particular multimedia element will enhance or add, or complement your article. So don't just add them just for the sake of adding them. It's important that you're able to discern if it will actually benefit your users. Okay, number 9, include the alt tag in your images. So ideally, the alt tag should contain a relevant keyword. It should describe what the image is about to give context to the surrounding content. Because Google tries to understand your images by reading the alt tag. Okay, so a lot of images drive traffic to a website. So it's important that Google also understands what your image is about, especially if it contains text within the image. It provides context about the surrounding text and what the image is about. So for example, here's a sample code that you can copy. So image source, onlinepetshop.jpg, online pet store guide. So that image is about an online pet store guide, maybe an infographic, and then I used the keyword in the alt tag. Okay, number 10, interlinking your pages. So this is important because it helps in recrawling your older blog posts or pages, and it increases topic relevance to your page. So link within the content body, and add related articles at the end of the blog post. So when you link to your older pages, it kind of increases the traffic to these pages, and it also signals Google to recrawl them. And then it also adds relevance to your current article that you're writing about, because you're able to point to on topic articles that's relevant to the current blog post that you're creating. So here's an example. See our article. So see, look at this. See our article about how to choose an e-commerce platform for your online store. So the article is about how to create your online pet shop. So definitely it's going to be an e-commerce platform. And this old article, for example, is a good article to link to from your current page. If you're going to link related articles, you can put it in the end, and actually even within the body, you can add this. Number 11, add links even to external sources, especially if it adds credibility to your article. So, for example, a research institute portal or a popular author whose words or quotes you mentioned in your article, um, you want to include. So it's important because it adds credibility to your page. And there's a recent study that showed that pages that link to outbound links actually outrank pages that don't. So it's a good thing to also credit other sources or mention them in your article. Personally, if you are able to mention other sources or other personalities, especially the influencers, it gives you an advantage in terms of outreach, because you're able to credit them. They're more receptive if you ask them to share your current article or page to their communities. So here's an example. Here's a study about the state of online pet store sales globally. So this link should link to a study that shows, say, statistics on sales of online pet stores globally. Number 12, mention your core keyword in your last paragraph as part of your closings, because it reaffirms the intent of the user and the summary of the article you wrote. So there, so just to give a recap and also to have an opportunity to mention your core keyword, it's good that you mention your main keyword in the closing paragraph. And of course, you should be able to add call to action elements. So what you want your user to do after reading your page. It's either you want them to subscribe to your newsletter, contact you, see a particular destination page, or embed or submit a contact form. So here's an example. If you'd like to get started in setting up your own online pet store, just send an email to book a free consultation. So that's my call to action. Okay, for numbers 14 to 16, so these are mostly technical stuff. So make sure your page loads well, it is responsive, meaning it displays well on all devices, mobile, desktop, tablet, and that the page load time is less than 3 seconds at least, to make sure that the user can view it easily, especially on mobile, and that it reads well. And also add your social sharing buttons, because it helps in your outreach promotion. Some pointers. So a lot of beginner SEOs are asking, is there a specific keyword density percentage or number of keyword repetition on a page? Personally, I don't recommend a set of rules on that. But what's helpful, what's ideal is that you're able to still mention your keywords in your article, but not to the point of really making it sound gibberish or making it sound forced or are too optimized already. Content creation is mainly for increasing relevance of your page about a topic. So there are SEO strategies that involve creating landing pages, and the purpose of that is because you want to target a new set of keywords and that you want to increase your site's relevance for a particular topic. It is also important that you serve the needs of your user, so you create good user experience. That's a ranking factor, no? So it's important that the experience of your users upon reading your page is also optimum. So that includes having a fast page load time. It is responsive. It is easy to read. Um, Those are the things that contribute to good user experience. Long form content often engages better, it ranks better, and converts better. And if you're able to create long form content, you're also able to target a bigger number, a bigger set of keywords, including the long tail keywords that actually drive more traffic to you in the long run. So I suggest that when you create content, it's in the long form because usually you're able to do that when you have done good research, a good study about a particular topic. So that makes your content more effective. Remember the 80-20 rule. So that means content optimization is 20% creation and 80% promotion. So don't forget the promotion part. You need to build links towards that page also. So you can do outreach or community sharing, social media sharing, etc. All right, so I think that's it for today's episode of That's it for today's episode of SEO Shorts. I hope you liked it. And watch out for episode number 4. I'm still yet to decide the topic to discuss. But I just want to remind everyone that we have a POP Masterclass, SMM and SEO Masterclass for Pinoy online professionals. You can contact Brother Ruel Austria for that. And you can visit our Facebook group, Pinoy Online Professionals, to book your slot. I think the promo is until August 31, so you can get the really super very low rates for this. So that's it for today. Happy Monday, everyone. Go get some food. Bye.